Good morning, tubers. Welcome back for another adventure. And in this adventure, we are going to hack a lawnmower style key switch into this Honda TRX200. We're also going to fix the starter switch. So if one recalled, we got it to the point where we can turn the key on and touch the wires together and get this thing to turn over. So we finally got all the wiring straightened out, but you know, kind of this Mickey Mouse switch that, you know, doesn't fit the hole properly, and smashing wires together, really not the best thing. So what I have here is your typical lawnmower key switch, and when you have a hoard like I do, they're more or less free because you just go find a donor tractor and take it off. When you turn it to start, it connects the red wire with the orange wire, and that would be the start position. Unfortunately, the way the starter works for this thing, it is powered, the starter solenoid, the top of it, the positive side of it, is powered by the light switch. And when you actually put these wires together, you're providing ground to the low side of the starter solenoid, so to speak, which allows it to engage. So sending hot through the switch over there wouldn't work, and there's no way to make it so that you can send ground over there as a connection, unless, quite honestly, you put it to the off position, so every time you turn the tractor off, the starter engages. Right? And when you turn the tractor to start, you would be putting power into the wrong pins on the CDI, so it wouldn't work. So this switch could be used for turning the tractor on and off, but it cannot be used to engage the starter. To engage the starter, I put these little buttons. These are from eBay, right? Doesn't take much power to engage the starter. So there we have the little button that I'm going to set it up with, and I'm going to set it up here like it was originally. I'll show you the little bracket I'm putting together. I got to kind of fill in this hole right here. So let's start out by cutting out a template. There you go, cardboard template. What I also did is I took a few minutes to kind of figure out the best place to situate the switch, and I kind of set up a little center point right there. So now I have the template ready to go. So here we have a piece of computer case, metal computer case, and here is the template we just made, right, with the center punch, tap tap tap. So you cut it out, as I have here. I drilled a bunch of small holes all around the outside, and then, you know, kind of used a file and the file and, you know, a step bit to gradually open it up and, you know, file the top flat so that the key switch doesn't spin within this hole. Drilled the other hole and put some of these nice sheet metal attachment devices to hold it all down, and life will be good. Okay, so this is where we're trying to get this thing. This, by the way, this is the normal on and off and start button for this. I couldn't get one of these start buttons anywhere, and this one is kind of beat. So let me show you what we're up to. Key switch all installed, and I went with this little starter button. eBay, about 50 cents, bought 4 of them, cost $2. So turn it on, right, green light comes on, push the button, check it out, starts and runs, and turn it back off. That's where you want to get your stuff to, right? No surprises. How to hook up the key switch? Turns out on this key switch, and you might want to take an ohm meter just to be sure, I cut the wire harness also, right? Green goes to ground, very common. It also has 2 wires going to the lug, so I just twisted them together. I could cut it right off. Yellow wire, what that does is when the switch is in the off position, it shorts these two together, and that's what you want to do when you turn it off. So yellow wire goes to off, and you see I've hooked the black and white wire to it. Red wire is battery power, and it's true on that switch also. And the pure black wire is the load. If I was able to hook up the starter button, it would be such that when I was in the start position, it would connect the red wire hot battery to this, which would engage the starter. Unfortunately, on this all-terrain vehicle, or fortunately, when you push this push button, it actually grounds the starter. The starter's already hot from when you turn the light on and the green light comes on. The neutral light basically powers the starter, and then the red push button currently is what provides the ground to the starting solenoid, which allows it to engage. Anyway, so I'm going to clean this up, particularly, you know, when you're doing this kind of stuff, right? Stuff like this, it's kind of Mickey Mouse. You know, we could do a lot better. And stuff like this, quite honestly, is just dangerous. So I'm going to solder them up, shrink wrap them, and get them cleaned up, and then I'll show you the finished product, and this project will be done. So I cleaned up the wiring, you know, tie wrap, a little bit of tape, right? It just makes it so much more professional looking, right? I mean, it's this easy. Turn it on, and it starts. What could be better than that? This thing still needs a few details to finish it up. What do I mean by that? It means I got to go find the seat. I have no clue what I did with that. Obviously, the plastic's got to get back on it. The headlight, might have to do some troubleshooting on the headlight. That shouldn't be that big a deal. I also got to put the fuse holders in. I think I showed you these. I bought these at Morning Star. They were $3. I mean, so basically, I got 2 fuse holders in a harness for $3. I bought a couple of them, and if I'm careful, I can even take the connectors there, and quite honestly, slip them right onto that battery. Which, I mean, for $3, I thought these were a steal. Anyway, so this is wrapped up, and we'll move on to another project. Just a quick update with what's going on. Some of you are not in the United States. Most of you are not in New York. So just a quick update. Friends of mine have the virus at this point. We've had some grocery store workers close to me who have this virus at this point. I can walk someplace now, and it'd be a long walk, or maybe not, depending. I mean, there might be cases around me that I don't know about, but I can walk someplace to catch it as we speak. So it's close. It's close. As of now, once again, other than inconvenience, it has not affected me. For some friends, this one friend in particular, she's about 10 years younger than me, maybe around 50, and she has it. She doesn't seem to have respiratory problems, but she's got like muscle pain like no tomorrow. It's a big effort to get out of bed. It's a big effort to stay awake. She's got a lot of muscle soreness, and she's having stomach problems. I haven't heard anything about dysentery, but you know, normally people don't talk about that. So it is getting close, and it's not something to fool around with, for sure. It is not, especially if you catch it. It's not much of a hoax, eh? Anyway, I want to thank everybody for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. I want to thank everybody for their good wishes. I do appreciate them. Everyone, please stay healthy and, you know, get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.